really isolated it at the other end. Right, supply's been isolated. I proved it dead. This is a subboard. There's a 3-phase. I think it's a roller shutter door, and we've got, I think there's some outside lights, and then a socket circuit in the plant room, and a couple of single-phase commando sockets outside with integral RCDs. They were 3-phase, but they've been changed to 1-phase, or single-phase, sorry. So the other L2 and L3 have been terminated in a blueprint. But yeah, mark all up, unscrew them all. There's not many circuits, to be fair. It's not like critical, so it should be relatively straightforward. And get the new board, a Hager going in, get it all marked up, and drill all the holes drilled, and get it. Can I just quickly say, I fucking hate people who use self-tappers on banjos. That is so dog rough. Oh, there's not even one on that one. I fucking hate that. Right, before I start, most important thing, make sure you're working safely and drinking safely. This is a metal travel mug. I've bonded it just in case. Not sure exactly what I'm going to do with this. I don't know if you remember, this exploded whilst I was testing, and it's all fucked and burnt out. You can't quite see that, just up there. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I think this used to do lots of the big high base sodiums, metal halides, sons and stuff. And it just hasn't been removed. They've one by one replaced them, the previous electrician, with LED lights, and it's hardly fuck all load. I should have bought a contactor, to be fair. You know, the cost of replacing this, a contactor and enclosure would have been peanuts. I forgot to bring one. I got a couple of metal clad spurs, or I might even just link it all through in the board, and then, because the load is fine, it's not like drawing a big current now, it's only, you know, 100 watts max. But I'll see. Maybe I can get the client to put a contactor back in the future, but I'm probably just going to get rid of it for now. What cunt would do that? Can you see it there? I thought they... you can't quite see it, can you? I thought that was bushed. Come on, focus that. I thought that was bushed into the metal trunking, but it's just crushed between the board and the trunking, and it bends off to the left and goes probably behind the trunking somewhere. Rough bastards. Fill them now. After putting the ductile box up there to do those twins, I'll gland that armour cable for the gatehouse up into the top of the board, I reckon, somewhere. And then I'll probably do some, and I'll gland obviously the supply into the bottom. I've lowered it a little bit just so I can, rather than using crimps, so I'm going to re-gland it. And then these two armour cables down here, these two do 2 3-phase commando sockets outside, which they were metered, and there was a previous tenant, so I've just taken the meter away to gain slack. I'll make good that. Right, if you don't already know, it's not really a trick or a hack, maybe it's just a tip when you put M6 bolts and washers and stuff on a Zebedee. Sometimes I pass it through the accessory, just do 1 or 2 turns, and then I offer the board up, and obviously the rounded bit of a Zebedee, I'll show you what I mean, that as you turn the screw, this edge will lock, it will spin into the unistrut and then lock into the channel. So I find that sometimes easier than trying to line up all the holes. So anyway, board's mounted. I got that 20mm hole drilled, and that's for the 3-phase automatic door. Just got to do this bit, which is going to be a cunt, but I might unloosen this and drop it out and pass it back in again, cut them to length or something, you know, mark it, pull it out, and then go back in one go, and then bond it up and yeah, wire up the circuits. Right, so we've got the main supply conductors are in. This 3-phase automatic door conductors are back through. Got the gatehouse, this consumer unit back through. I re-terminated the gland to get some space. These 2 twins, which do a couple of double sockets, are going to go on a 20 amp RCBO. They're in there. You see, best I could do. I'll probably put a couple of clips in there. 25mm stuffer. I've got to do something with that. I'll probably put an enclosure up there and then extend those down and in. They actually go up and about, up and over, so I can't get any slack. These 2 3-phase, well, they're single-phase sockets now. I might actually disconnect the other 2 phases from down here from the meters, connecting the L1, which is what is powering. It's on the L1 phase, but then just leave these and disconnect them from that meter position, and then figure out something to do with that contactor box. So thinking out loud, I think I'm gonna just drop these straight into the consumer unit. I remember, I don't know if you guys remember, ages ago I came here to quote to put all the outside lights on contactors, and he said he wasn't sure. Obviously this one burnt out, so what I might do is dive them all in straight in, and then because they're all on photo cells built in with all the LED lights now. Some on the site are done by a photo cell, like one that controls loads, and some of the more modern ones on this side of the site are LED lights with integral photo cells, so they're just permanently supplied. And that contactor was constantly in, so I'm going to 25mm stuffer. It's not going to look the neatest there. A little box there to extend them in. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking, and then we'll just get to smash all the protected devices and start terminating. Right, managed to cut a couple of ties and cheekily gain some slack on those 2 twins, which I'll re-terminate this in a minute, but so I don't have to put a join in, which I'm thankful for. But all the cables are in now. That's stuff to do with lighting, that's sockets, that's a sub board, this is automatic shutter door, and these are 2 single-phase sockets, which I'm going to mess about with later. I'm going to go grab some lunch and come back and then start terminating, or load it all up with the protected devices and the modular blanks, and yeah, just start terminating. Hopefully it won't be too much more longer. when you're upgrading, you try your best to try and, you know, make it nice and neat, but unless you're doing it brand new, where you can do it neat first time, the upgrades are slightly different. Did some heat shrink on this gatehouse, this subboard, because there was a couple of slashes in both the line and the neutral. Actually, whoever terminated the arm and cable before, brass down bolt, crimp on there, 3-phase supply for the automatic doors. That's the sub main. That's the sockets one. So I'll just test that now, and then it's a little bit of labeling up, a little bit of sorting that business out there. I'm going to put some numbers on. So like I said earlier, I don't want to extend cables for the sake of it. A couple of these didn't reach. I didn't want to extend it just for like 3 inches just to get it to the correct terminal. So I'm going to number them up so people know it corresponds. Same on this side.